Hello student, welcome again. Myself V.R. Kodkumbe from RLT Science College, Akola, and we are going to start the new chapter, Biomolecules. Students, we know that the living things, it contains number of molecules, right? Living thing contains number of molecules, and these are the part of the physiological processes. In every living thing there are continuous physiological processes are going on. For example, photosynthesis. Photosynthesis or the digestion, photosynthesis in the plants or digestion in the living organism. What these physiological processes do? What is the importance of these physiological processes? These physiological processes produces life of living organism. Means these physiological process are very important, and if these are not, the life there will not be any life in the living organism. For example, if you consider about the photosynthesis, you know about the photosynthesis. It happens in plant, and it produces carbohydrates. Okay, that is, the plants take some minerals and produce proteins, or we can say that in the living organism always die. Okay, living organisms always die. They get decomposed, decomposition takes place, and the molecules in the living organism they get converted to another molecule, and it will be taken by another living organism, and another life cycle again gets started, right? कौन सा भी लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म कभी डाई होने के बाद या मरने के बाद उसका जो बॉडी है उसका डिकम्पोजिशन होता है, एंड जो मॉलिक्यूल्स है डिकम्पोजिशन के, इट गेट कन्वर्टेड टू another molecules, and again it is taken by the another living organism. Okay, and then again the another life cycle starts. In the proteins, suppose the proteins, the carbohydrates, lipids, and the long life, that is all these the proteins get converted, or the carbohydrates get converted, or the lipids get converted, and the life cycle of any living organism always remain starting on. Okay, तो जो ये बायोमोलिक्यूल्स क्या है, तो बायोमोलिक्यूल्स आर लाइफलेस which combine in specific manner to produce a life or control physiological processes. Okay, तो जो बायोमोलिक्यूल्स है वो हमारे बॉडी में या लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म में या प्लांट्स में वो इट प्रोड्यूस अ लाइफ और कंट्रोल फिजियोलॉजिकल प्रोसेसेस इन आवर बॉडी. ओके, तो जो फॉर एग्जांपल जो कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स है या फिर प्रोटीन्स है, लिपिड्स है, डिफरेंट हार्मोन्स है, ये हमारे बॉडी की फिजियोलॉजिकल प्रोसेस को कंट्रोल करता है. देयरफॉर दीज आर द बायोमोलिक्यूल्स. carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, hormones, all these are the biomolecules. Now in this chapter, first of all we are going to see about the carbohydrates. Okay, तो carbohydrates क्या है? What are the carbohydrates? The carbohydrates are the optically active polyhydroxy aldehyde or ketones, or which can be converted to polyhydroxy aldehyde or ketones are known as the carbohydrates. यानी कि कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स क्या है? तो ये तो अल्डिहाइड्स और कीटोन्स है, बट कैसे अल्डिहाइड और कीटोन है? पॉलीहाइड्रोक्सी अल्डिहाइड और कीटोन्स, और विच कैन बी the substances which can be converted to polyhydroxy aldehyde or ketones. Okay, the some common carbohydrates we know about the glucose or the fructose. Glucose or the fructose, these are the examples of the common carbohydrates which are, these are the sweet in taste. Okay, these are sweet in taste, and these are also called as the sugars. These are also called as sugar, and these are also the carbohydrates. We have seen that these are the optically active. What is mean by optically active? We have seen it before, that it rotates the plane of plane polarized light in the clockwise direction or the anti-clockwise direction. Therefore it is known as the optically active substances, right? तो अभी यहाँ पे हम एक एग्जाम्पल देखेंगे. ये दिस इज द ग्लूकोज एंड दिस इज द फ्रुक्टोज. बोथ आर द कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स. बट यहाँ पे कैसे है, पॉलीहाइड्रोक्सी अल्डिहाइड. अभी यहाँ पे हम देखेंगे तो CHO जो ग्रुप है, दिस इज द अल्डिहाइड ग्रुप. ओके, एंड अगेन देर इज द OH group, that is the hydroxy group. This is also a hydroxy group. This is the polyhydroxy, because there are 5 hydroxyl groups are there. Therefore this is the polyhydroxy aldehyde. Therefore this is the carbohydrate. Or if you consider about this fructose, okay, if you consider about the fructose, then we can say that this is also a polyhydroxy. Okay, this is also polyhydroxy, and this is this carbon is the carbonyl carbon is the ketonic group. Therefore this is the polyhydroxy ketone. Therefore this is the example of carbohydrate. Okay, thus the carbohydrates are the optically active polyhydroxy aldehyde or ketone, which can be converted to polyhydroxy, or which can be converted to polyhydroxy aldehyde or ketone, are known as carbohydrates. And these carbohydrates are also known as saccharides. These are also known as saccharide. And most common sugar, that is this sucrose. Sucrose is obtained from the sugar cane. Okay, sucrose जो है, it is obtained from sugar cane or the beetroot. या फिर जो मिल्क में जो शुगर रहता है, it is called as the lactose. Thus the carbohydrates, we have seen the biomolecules and the carbohydrates. Okay, now we are going to see the nomenclature. Okay, तो जो भी हम पहले देखेंगे कि we have seen the carbohydrates. What are the carbohydrates? And these carbohydrates mainly classified into monosaccharides, polysaccharides and the oligosaccharides. And we are going to see the nomenclature of monosaccharides. तो जो जनरल नेम है, और एक IUPAC नेम रहता है और एक जनरल नेम रहता है. ओके, तो जो जनरल नेम है मोनोसैकेराइड्स का, इट इज़ द ग्लाइकोज. नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू सी अबाउट द IUPAC नेम. ओके, तो जो वी हैव सीन द कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स क्या है, these are the polyhydroxy aldehyde or ketones. Means there are two types of functional groups, aldehyde and ketone, and depending and therefore there are two classes. There are two classes. Okay, one is the aldose and another one is the कीटोज. तो जो अल्डोज है, जहाँ पे अल्डिहाइडिक कार्बोनिल ग्रुप प्रेजेंट रहता है, उसे हम बोलते हैं अल्डोज. ओके, अल्डिहाइडिक कार्बोनिल ग्रुप रहा तो उसे हम अल्डोज बोलते हैं, और वन केटोनिक कार्बोनिल ग्रुप रहा तो हम उसे केटोज बोलते हैं. तो अभी ये हो गई बात अल्डोज और केटोज की. तो अल्डोज और केटोज में अगेन if depending on the number of carbon atoms present in that compound, again this aldose and ketones are named. That is the nomenclature again depend on the number of carbon atom. It depends on the number of carbon atoms. कार्बन एटम्स जितने भी रहेंगे उसके ऊपर इसका नॉमेनक्लेचर होता है. तो यदि इफ़ देर आर टू कार्बन एटम्स, इफ़ देर आर टू कार्बन एटम्स रहे, तो दो कार्बन रहे, तो इट इज़ सेड टू बी एज अल्डो डायोड्स. और 3 कार्बन एटम्स रहे तो इट इज़ सेड एज 3 कार्बन रहे तो इट इज़ सेड एज अल्डो ट्रायोज. ओके. 4 कार्बन रहे तो क्या रहेगा? करेक्ट, इट विल बी अल्डो टेट्रोज, 4 कार्बन. इफ देर आर 5 कार्बन इट विल बी ओके अल्डो पेंटोज, 5 कार्बन एटम्स. ओके. और अल्डो हेक्सोज में कितने कार्बन रहेंगे? करेक्ट, इट विल बी देयर विल बी 6 कार्बन्स in the aldo hexodes, right? Thus depending on the number of carbon atoms, these are named as aldo diodes, these are named as aldo diodes or the aldo triodes or the aldo tetrodes, aldo pentodes and aldo hexodes. Like this, the same way, in case of if there is a ketonic carbonyl group is there, then these are known as ketones, and again 2 carbons are there, then it is said to be keto diodes. 3 carbons are there. If there are 3 carbons, then it will be keto triodes, keto triodes, keto tetrodes, keto pentodes and the keto hexose. Okay, now we'll see the example. We'll see the example of this molecule. Here this is the glucose molecule. It's okay. This is the glucose molecule. First of all, we'll see the कार्बोनिल ग्रुप, फंक्शनल ग्रुप जो है यहाँ पे, दिस इज़ द अल्डिहाइडिक फंक्शनल ग्रुप. तो ये क्या बन जाएगा फिर? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इट विल बिकम अल्डोज. ओके, इट विल बिकम अल्डोज. तो अभी ये जो अल्डोज है इसमें कितने कार्बन एटम, इसके बाद हमें इसके कार्बन एटम काउंट करने हैं, राइट? तो दिस इज़ द 1, 4, 5 and 6. There are 6 carbon atom, therefore it is the aldohexose. It will becomes aldohexose. Okay, it will become aldohexose. Thus the IUPAC nomenclature of glucose is the aldohexose. Again, if you will see the example of fructose, this is the fructose. And if we will consider, first of all consider the functional group present. This is the functional group. This is the ketonic functional group or the ketonic carbonyl group is there. Therefore it comes under the category of ketones, right? It comes under the category of ketones. And now we have to count the number of carbon atoms. This is 1, 2 and these are 3 means 5 and this is the 6th one. Therefore it will be ketohexose. Correct, it will be ketohexose, right? It will be ketohexose. Will be will again write it. I will again write it. It will be ketohexose. The IUPAC ketohexose. The IUPAC name of fructose is ketohexose. Thus this is the about the nomenclature of monosaccharide. That is the, it is the type of one type of carbohydrates. Okay, bye.